Hi guys, happy Saturday and welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So I found out, we all knew that the third generation ES8 is not going to have that sidestepping that you can step onto to get into the car. And I thought previously it was because the car is going to be lower to the ground, even though it's a huge SUV, but that's not the reason, guys. I just found out that the third generation ES8 entry mode can drop the air suspension, similar to the ET9, remarkably low from the side. The new model share size is on par with an MPV. So the air suspension system is going to be similar to the ET9, but yet in-house developed. Unbelievable. So to go any further with this video, take a look at this clip, and then we shall continue.
我们在海外有一个专利英语后，想让您用英文就这个活动，我们在珠峰脚下向全世界的未来领域爱好者、关注者讲解什么
Okay. Hi friends, this is Li Hong. Now I'm in a place very near to the base camp of Evergrande, the highest mount of the world. Today we are here not as a tourist. Actually, we have been constructing our power swapping and charging system. This is not easy, you know. You can feel that I'm panting when talking because today where I am now is more than 4,300 meters high. It's very hard to breathe even. So I really admire that our team, they really built this network all the way several thousand miles through all the way to the Jumarama. Sorry for that. But I think, you know, all those efforts would be paid off because if you drive a BEV, a pure electric vehicle, you are allowed to drive all the way to the very far remote place without any worry. So let's power up. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. 待会我们珠峰大本营见。Yeah.
珠峰大本营见。
珠峰大本营见。
All right, guys, welcome back. So I hope you all enjoyed that little clip. It shows that battery swapping, again, is the only way forward when it comes to electric vehicles. Because, and this is why those who don't have electric vehicle companies that don't have battery swapping continuously trying to go with hybrid and switch over to hybrid like Xpeng. Even though Li Auto is transferring over to pure electric, and we see that the demand for hybrids are dropping in China because it was a transition to prepare people for pure electric vehicles. So I don't understand why Xpeng is going that route. Well, I know why, because of range anxiety. When you have a pure electric vehicle, there will always be range anxiety, especially if you don't have battery swapping, because an electric vehicle, you can only go to, you know, certain places, and certain places like Mount Everest or other scenic areas, you can't go with an electric vehicle unless it's battery swapping. Again, proving why it's the only winning business model and it's the only way forward. This is why when people were coming and saying, NIO should stop building battery swap stations so we can become profitable, I used to say to them, shut your mouth, boy, pull your pants up. You too can be a millionaire. So what else is happening? Well, it's getting very exciting, very exciting. Morgan Stanley has forecast that NIO will guide for record third quarter deliveries. Yes, you heard that right. Morgan Stanley has forecast that NIO will guide for record third quarter deliveries, record. Even as concerns linger over production over its Onvo L90 models despite the strong backlog, the bank said investors would focus on the third quarter volume outlook. So they will focus on the third quarter, knowing that the F3 factory is about to be completed. And how China's leading electric vehicle startups are adjusting their strategies in the face of an anti-involution policy backdrop and pro-competition industry nature. In a research note published on Saturday, Morgan Stanley added that structural factors such as a product pipeline and globalization could help mitigate cyclical headwinds following the end of industry subsidies. The bank said Xpeng and NEO were the startups most likely to surprise slightly on the upside with superior OPEX operating expenses control. But why is that? Because you see, NEO signed many deals in the past with supply chain issues to lock in prices. So even with the cost of batteries going to be going up with that CATL shutdown of that mining, NEO has locked in prices. And this is why I get excited when I saw stuff like that. And I said to you guys, these are the things that make me excited. NEO delivered 72 to 75,000 vehicles, excuse me, guys, in the second quarter, in line with its guidance, and up 72% from the prior quarter and 26% year on year. This is why when people panic, the sheep actually panic with weekly delivery numbers and said, well, I hope next week is better, and the week before that wasn't too good. We look at the long game. What are the monthly deliveries? What are the yearly, year over year? Are we improving? Just like the great Jeff Bezos said one time when his stock price was falling, everything was improving. Pull your pants up, boy. Morgan Stanley expects second quarter revenue from the Shanghai-based EV maker to come in at between 19.5 billion yuan and 20.1 billion yuan. Also in line with company's forecast. The bank expects NEO net loss to narrow in the third quarter. Now you wonder why the whales are jumping in and buying at a massive rate, and why I said the shorts will get caught in an unexpected, sudden, massive and violent manner. It says in the third quarter to about 766 million compared to 961 million loss reported in the first quarter. So they expect that to get better. Third quarter, we look for NEO to guide, for vehicle volume to grow between 70 to 80,000 units, given incremental contribution from a solid Onvo L90 order backlog, Morgan Stanley wrote in a post on social media platform Weibo on Thursday. Onvo chief Shen Fei said production and deliveries were still in full swing, and the company was continuously improving, keyword here guys, improving the overall battery swap experience. As we see now, you can go to Mount Everest. NEO, which sells cars under the NEO, Onvo and Firefly brands, delivered 21,017 vehicles in July, in the first month of the third quarter. Based on that, Morgan Stanley estimates the company to guide for between 56,983 and 58,983 vehicles delivered in August and September combined. At the low end, quarterly deliveries of 78,000 units would average nearly 28,500 in August and September, setting a new monthly record for 2025. The company has yet to announce when it will report second quarter earnings, most likely in September. NEO US listed shares fell 8.96% on Tuesday, but we saw a big rebound yesterday. Shares rebounded later in the week, rising more than 8% on Friday to close at 481. So it will be very interesting to see going forward if Morgan Stanley is right. I have a feeling Morgan Stanley is right. I hope you guys found this video yet again on a Saturday to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.